Hello, all my Lego builders, all my Lego friends. We are in for a treat today because we have built a trampoline. We've built a tumble track. Now we're going to build the Olympic-sized trampoline. And this is for when you have stunt people, right? That want to do tricks for maybe the movies, or they actually have the Olympic trampoline where you do flips. That's what we're going to build today. We're not building the tumble track, which we built the very long one, right? We're not building just a regular trampoline. We're going to build something that looks like this, okay? And I'm going to build it to make it look like the one that you would see in the Olympics, right? And what you're going to need is you're going to need some paper, any kind of paper you have. I'm using an old dryer sheet, one that's been used, and that's what I'm using. So this is my dryer sheet. Now, try to ask your parents or ask someone who you live with, whoever's taking care of you, whoever does your clothes, if you could use a dryer sheet. If you can't use a dryer sheet, you could use a baby wipe. If you have a dried baby wipe, you could use that. You could use a paper towel. Paper towels are pretty easy, but you just can't be too rough with the paper towel because it will have a hole in it. But with that said, anything white, okay? Anything white. So we're going to use a paper towel. Now, the measurements for this is 5 Lego friends, 5 Lego figures. So Lego friends are usually the girls, right? That's what they call the Lego friends. You can use 5 of these, or you can use 5 of your Lego guy, like this. Now with me, the one that I already made, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look, it's not quite 5, but you're going to have the access that you're going to cut off. So with that said, you're going to want to straighten it all out, make it all nice and straight. You're going to lay whatever, and it's going to be 1 guy across. So it's going to be 2 guys across. So you're going to want to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4. So you kind of go over that. Maybe I do an extra one here. You're going to use this for a template so you can trace over it. So 1, 2, that's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's pretty nice. And you're going to trace that onto your sheet of paper. Onto your sheet of paper. I'm going to use a black pen. Now, you want to make sure whatever you're creating is not going to go through your table or your workspace. So you might want to put a piece of paper under it, right? But with that said, that's not even dark enough. I'm going to use a marker. We're now creating your trampoline, right? All right, now that you've done that, you've made your little trampoline. That is actually perfect size of what we just did. Perfect little size. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like exact. You just want it to be fun. So that's what I have so far. Now, when you cut this, if you have sisters or brothers around that can't have scissors, make sure that you ask someone if you can use the scissors and put them back when you're done. What you're going to do is you're going to cut. I like to fold mine in half so I don't have to cut that much. Then you're going to cut past the line, not before the line. I'm going to show you what I mean. Don't cut yet. And again, it doesn't have to look nice. Mine's not going to look nice either. I am literally cutting around that line I made. Because you're going to want space for the Legos to hold it down, if that makes any sense at all. Here we go. So put that in the trash can right away. Don't leave it out. Put this away right away. Don't leave it out. Okay, so we're cleaning up as we go. This is what you want, okay? This is what you want. Now, with that said, you're going to want to find a base that you're going to build this onto. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use the other one that I traced with. Where did it go? Here we go. Use this just like this. Now, it's not going to stick together, and that's okay, because now you're going to build a wall around it. You're going to build a wall around it. I like to use blue because the blue looks like the actual trampoline, okay? So there you go. You're gonna create kind of like a swimming pool, a hollow swimming pool. That's what you're gonna do. So find all of your pieces that you wanna use and go all around your set. So that's what I have so far. I'm gonna keep on going. Now when you build this, you wanna go over each one as you build so it stays nice and strong. What I mean by that is, if you're gonna have one piece that is like this, you're gonna put one on top of that so it connects the two. See how I did that? I'm using different color blue shades so that you can see what I'm doing. If you don't do that, it's gonna fall apart, especially when you're doing this with your Lego figures and doing tricks. So we're gonna keep on building with whatever you have. Do not be shy with these. Now I'm gonna show it again. See how I have these two blues? I've done that for a purpose. Now you might want to use all the same color blue. I want to do this for showing you guys so that you can see it. Now I've got one here and 3 here. I've done that so you can do a 4-piece. Because remember, you want to lock it in place. See that? Nice and strong. Nice and strong. I take a long piece and I add that on top of all of these. See how the blocks are every other? That's what you want. And the same thing at the top of the next one. See that? Every other. You better believe it. And then I'm just going to keep on doing it the whole way around. So you guys do it too. Go collect your pieces. Pause the video if you need to pause it. Do not think you have to stay here. Okay, I'm going to tail end. You're only going to do two high. You don't need to do any more. Only going to do 2 high. I am almost finished. Now, if you're not quite finished because you still need more time, that's okay. Pause the video. If you don't know how to pause the video, I'm sure you do by now because you're pretty good at building. You're a good builder. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. Which I have to say, I'm super, super excited that you guys have come this far in building with me. It takes a lot of effort. It really does. Okay, now that I have that done, it looks like a hollow box, doesn't it? If you haven't gotten that far, that's what the bottom looks like. Stop this video, right? Stop the video. Because now is the exciting part. Now's the exciting part. You're gonna add what we just did to yours. See that? You add it. Now how you add it is really neat because you're gonna add a bunch of these. Whole way around, whole way around. But you're gonna add to small end first. And it's gonna be like this. See that? Actually, I can't see what I'm doing. Overhanging. See how it overhangs? That's what you're gonna do. And because we're doing that side, we do 4 on this side. See how it overhangs? Yes, that's what you want. But you're gonna have it in between. You're gonna have your paper, okay? You're gonna know why in a minute. You'll understand this in a second. So take that back off and add that overhang. You do have to push down. You do have to push down. Now, if you give that a little tug, it's not going anywhere. It's good. Now that you're tugging it, you're gonna tug it the whole way to the other end. And you might want to pull down like this a little bit. I'm tugging down on mine, see? I'm tugging it, because now I'm gonna add it to the other end. This is kind of a hard part, but I know you could do it. And I actually found one long piece. Add that piece to it. Now remember, overlap it so that you have. Actually, that's not gonna work. It's too low. I've got to go back. I guess I'm doing it like that. However you have it to hold it in place. Okay, now that should be pretty nice. It doesn't look perfect, but it's gonna get there. Now you're gonna add these pieces the whole way down to meet the other side. Now when you do that, make sure you're holding it down and you're doing this on a solid surface. I'm out of blue. How did that happen again? Oh, then I'm out of blue again. All right, well, we're adding black. No problem, because we're gonna cover it with blue anyways. Okay, now I have that. I'm gonna continue the other side. Now I have to pull this side. If I pull it, it's gonna get really tight. See that? I'm holding it here. Now you can do the same thing you just did all around. Except I'm running out of blues, my darlings. We're running out of blues. Again, you want to hold it tight as you're adding these to yours. I think I have to go with black now. I do have to go with black, and that's okay. Now, if you do not like the way it looks, you can always cut it off. Remember, put your scissors back when you're done. You're not going to see any of this. You're not going to see any of this. Okay, stop what you're doing, pause the video, clean up, put your things back where they go. If you have any siblings, pick up all of your pieces, put in the trash can. It's helpful if you bring the trash can close to you. All right, now if you're done cleaning up, unpause the video. All right, I'm gonna go collect some 4x2s. Again. Okay. Now you're going to collect. I don't have that many of mine that are blue. You probably do. I don't. That's okay. You're going to take a bunch of blues and you're going to add the wall again. What I like to do is create mine like that. You can always turn your piece upside down and build from the bottom up. So, add mine here and go the whole way around. I'm going to show you what I mean here in a second. Make sure when you're doing this, you're working on a table that's not going to flip over if you push really hard. I had that happen already, and that was not fun. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here in just a little bit. Now, I didn't cut very well, it looks like, but that's okay. All right, so I've tipped mine upside down, and I've created that piece. Now, you can still create more down here, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add to it. Again, I'm flipping it upside down, so I have more space to add. Now, ideally, I would stick to all one kind of blue. But I want you to see what this looks like. And because I'm doing it like this, there it is. Now I'm going to flip it to the other side and do the same exact thing. Same exact thing. I'm intentionally making it, you can see it. Now, problem is, I have ran out of the other blues. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to add my second layer. Because you know how I like to do this. I like to interlock them. Put them into place. Now, you could very well leave it like that. That still looks nice. The idea is that you have this is nice and strong when you push down, because now you're going to add blue all to this side and blue all to that side. That's going to act as the mat, okay? So whatever smooth pieces you have, that's what we're going to add around it. And ideally, you want these to be all the same color. All the same color. I am running out. I don't have all the same color. That's okay, because it still looks really good. I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased. Now, the next part we're going to do is we're going to make the lines into this trampoline. So I would get red, if you have red. Red is typically the color that is used when they're doing their tricks. And I found out that it's not only in one kind of form. So if you ever go and ask your mom to show you, or your dad, or whoever you live with, to show you what it looks like an Olympic trampoline, the prints, you will see what it looks like. It's pretty much different. I don't know why it's different. That's not blue. I really wish I had more blue, but I don't. So I'm just gonna do this. Let's see. I know I'm not gonna have much blue. I have light blue. Oh, I have dark blue, kind of. All right, well, I guess we'll do light blue. All right, so here we have it. Now, ideally, you'd have all blue. Oh, I need one more. That's brown. Brown seems pretty. Maybe that's where the judge stands. I don't know. So here you have it. We've created nice, smooth pieces here. Nice, smooth pieces here. Nice, smooth pieces here. Nice, smooth pieces. Now, this is literally what your trampoline looks like, your Olympic-sized trampoline. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We got to add in the very middle. We have to add in the very middle. something that looks like this. You're literally, think of having a ruler going straight down the middle and straight down the center. It kind of looks like a T, like this. Some people would say it's not a cross, because cross is like this. The top part's more here, not really in the middle. You want an exact separation. You want it to be into fourths. What I mean by that is, that's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So the red pin, if you think you're going to be good enough to do this, you do it yourself. I'm trying to think. I think this is going to work. Let's see. I'm going to go from this middle here the whole way down to that middle. Nope, it's not going to work. I need something thicker. Maybe, where's that red, black pin? This seems like it would work. I wish I had red, I just don't. I'm going to go, geez, doesn't look that good either. Red is the best to do. Doesn't take much. Okay, there's my first line. Now, do the second one, which is going to be eyeballing it halfway across. There we go. Now, you can do a rectangle inside the rectangle. Now, what does that look like? It's probably like, I don't know, one Lego friend high. And I did best I could. So it's literally the size of a Lego figure. That's what you're doing. Now let's see, does he really jump? Boing. Oh, he boings. Oh, he boings all right. Oh, this gymnast is gonna have a good time. Boink. Yeah, so that is your trampoline. I hope you had a great time building this. Thank you so much for coming and visiting my channel. It means so much. And I'm sure that you've done already the balance beam, the floor, the bars, the vault, the pommel horse, the tumble track. I'm sure this is probably the last one you're getting to, but here we go. Let's see it. He does his trick. Boink. Boink. Now this is going to go in front of our parking garage because we have a very special spot for this. And I am so excited. Cannot wait to share this with you. So with that said, have a great time building the rest. And I'm so glad you decided to do this. This is probably one of my most favorite ones to build. And when I was a kid, I definitely did not have this in my gym. So enjoy your night and hope you had a lot of fun. Thanks. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you do that, you might be able to keep up with all the builds that we've done because it will be in your history of what you visited. If not, write it down in a notebook so you have it. And we'll see you again. And so far, this is what we have.